This episode is brought to you by the Slash and Cast Podcast Network. Discover all of our shows at slashandcast.network.
Hello.
Hey, how excited are you?
I'm super excited.
So, episode 35.
35.
Yeah,
Wow.
episode 35. Yeah, and this is our first official, doesn't feel any different. This is our first official episode as part of the Slash and Cast Network. It's just such an honor.
Slash and Cast Network.
Such an honor to be involved with Guns N' Roses. I mean,
It
it really. What's that? What? Oh, it's not Guns. I'm sorry. They have nothing to do with it. It's something else. But Slash and Cast,
anyway.
it would have been cool. Whoa, come on now.
What?
DNR suck? Is that what you said?
There was one. What? Coffee.
So Riley from Slash and Cast has been courting us, if you will, for probably the last 6 months and being very persistent. And persistence pays off sometimes. And we're like, okay, let's give this a shot. And what could it hurt? And why not? And here we are. And I'm sure we have 1 billion subscribers now.
1 billion, 2 billion.
1 billion.
Each giving us $1.
And we're creeping up to 15,000.
Are we?
Yeah, we're almost creeping.
Excellent work.
Creeping.
Excellent work. Ooh.
Yeah, thanks to you guys.
Yeah, and we closed that deal in Chicago.
Yep.
At a lovely one evening hanging out in Chicago, which we could talk about because that was fun, even though you guys kind of saw some of that, our get together in Chicago, our live in Chicago.
Yeah.
Which was fun, awkward, and strange, yet fun, because I like awkward. But yeah, so we're happy to be here, and we're thrilled to be a part of the family and the community. So thank you guys for having us.
So let's just kind of get into what's been going on. What have you been up to? What's happening? You've been a busy boy.
Been working.
Can you talk about any of the work?
Yeah, I guess a little bit. I've been working on this limited series called Gaslit, which stars Sean Penn and Julia Roberts, and it's a historical story. Can't really go into too much what it's about, but it's pretty cool. A lot of historic figures in the films that all require extensive makeups, so that's been pretty cool to switch gears and not be in the horror world and killing people and blood gags and masks and stuff. It's been kind of nice to do actually what I do best are really nice, subtle, realistic prosthetic makeup. So that's really cool. That's been fun. But a lot of time and weird schedule. Like just the other day, I did an all-nighter, went to work in the afternoon, got home at 6 a.m, and then had to try to sleep, but get up and get work done to turn in for another movie that I'm designing for, which is a horror film for MGM. So I'm designing stuff for that, which is crazy, but good. So just juggling, getting Exorcist pulled together, and getting, starting to look at Halloween Ends, getting that going. And what else? God, there's so much going on, just juggling. The Halloween season has started, so I had to put together, Michael Myers again for Sugarmint Gallery, which I had to get to the gallery last night. And I have a 3 a.m. call time tomorrow, which means my alarm's going to go off at 1 a.m. So that's awesome. And I went to, what else? God, so much. There's just so much to there's a lot going on, but that's work-wise. That's what's going on. It's going to be busy. Bright 2 came back. So now Bright 2 is rearing its head, and that's going to shoot next year, right in the middle of 2 other things. And I don't know if I could do it. So these are all good problems to have. White privilege. Good problems to have. But, like you said, juggling is, because they're always in flux, schedules change, and I'm working this day, oops, they bumped that to the next day, and so now I have to bump this over to here, and it's a lot to juggle, but again, all good stuff. Went to Midsummer Scream briefly. Stephanie wanted to go because of her jewelry thing and just kind of look at some stuff, and so went to that.
How was it?
It was okay. It's not my scene.
No.
It's not really my kind of convention. No offense to the lovely people there, but it's not really, man. But it was cool. I had it's interesting to walk around, and I had a lot of people come up, oh, the new Kills mask, and people wanting to know more about Halloween Kills, and oh, look at that. Oh,
Already
wait. Signed by Jimmy
the Shape.
Wait, look.
Mine looks like it has a better paint job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been seeing some rehauls on these that are looking really good.
Yeah.
Because the sculpt's all there. But yeah, Trick or Treat was nice enough to pop me one of these, and I'm sure we'll talk about your Trick or Treat experience.
Oh yeah, well
I'm excited to hear about.
That's where I got this. When I was in Santa Cruz recently filming Lost Boys and Killer Clowns from Outer Space Horrors Hallowed Grounds episodes, I stopped by the Trick or Treat Studios warehouse, and Zephyro gave me this among other things, and we did a little on-camera tour of the facilities, and so that's one of a trillion videos I still need time to edit. So it'll probably be out for the 2024 season, that video. So,
right, gotcha. Completely outdated.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna try to get it up soon. I'm deep into Silence of the Lambs edit right now, which I'm gonna try to get done. It's my goal to get Silence of the Lambs done, this episode done, and maybe that Trick or Treat video done before I leave town next week. So we'll see.
Where are you going next week?
Well, I'm going to Wilmington, North Carolina. To do a couple of episodes of Horrors Hallowed Grounds.
Oh, that's right.
Blue Velvet and some little film called Halloween Kills. Oh, which I plan on dropping the day the movie opens.
Nice.
And I'll get the jump on all those location dudes. Because guess what? You don't know everything is. You ain't seen the movie, but I am.
Can you talk about seeing the movie?
I can't talk about the movie, but I can say that I saw it.
Oh, okay. So
I mean, nobody said well, I saw it. I told you.
No, but, I mean for them.
Yeah, but nobody said we couldn't say we saw it. I signed an NDA saying I can't talk about the movie.
Sure.
But yeah, so yeah, I Jimmy the Shape, Shapey McShapenstein,
Aaron von Shapestein.
Yeah. So he was coming into town to do some stuff, I guess, for the release of the film. And while he was in town, they invited him to Blumhouse to see a screening, and I just said, "Hey, I'm free." And to my shock and surprise, they said, "Okay, I could come." And so it was literally just me and him in their screening room watching the finished cut, and yeah. I'm excited for everybody. It's all I can say. And I guess Nick Castle went and saw screening the next day. Mm-hmm. Have you been invited to one, or?
I have not.
Well, you should have.
Not been invited.
I mean, don't you want to go see the finished cut and see what?
I do want to see it. Yeah, I would love to. I also have no problem waiting until it comes out and seeing it, in October with an audience. I
want to do that too.
Kind of prefer that, just to get the reactions of people, which I think will be fun. So.
Well, that's the fun part too, is you watch it, you see the movie, then you can pay more time watching the audience, You know what I mean? So,
well, I've seen it. I just haven't seen the final cut, but I've seen it, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see it. Maybe, I'm sure, once end of September, beginning of October rolls around, there'll be I'm gonna guess a premiere of some type and a couple screenings that I'll go to. So I'll see it definitely before it comes out.
So we went to that, and then
It's cool.
yeah, I'm excited. But it's so it'll be a little different episode because obviously I won't be able to put in my film clips because I won't have a copy of the movie yet. But I'm going off of memory, and and the fact that I was there a few nights, so I do remember where certain things were shot and everything. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought it would be a fun thing because we're going to North Carolina anyway. So I'm flying into Wilmington, gonna do those. Then I'm driving to Charlotte to do Mad Monster Party.
Oh, okay.
And then flying home.
Oh, wow.
So that's the main reason I'm going. If Mad Monster Party wasn't in this mix, I wouldn't be making this trip.
Right.
Right. So it was kind of like, why not?
Yeah, sure. We could talk about the Fangoria cover.
Yeah.
Which was amazing.
Halloween kills and cool. kills and kills.
Kills
and kills.
I thought it was a cool cover. I'm digging it. I like it.
It's one of their better ones as of late, for sure.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
And
it was nice to see Phil. I saw Phil this past weekend in New Jersey at Monster Mania, and he finally came through and brought me, because I had told him I never got issue 1 of the new run. It was the Halloween 2018 cover.
Oh, wow.
And he finally brought me one.
Oh, cool. That's nice.
Yeah, made good on his word. So
right. That's cool.
Yeah. So I wouldn't.
That one's hard to get for some reason.
Expensive now. I think the reason is they did such a short run of that first one, not knowing if it was going to sell.
Oh, I see.
And then like it sold out, and then they started upping their runs for the next issue.
Right.
But I believe that's what happened.
Yeah, that came out on my birthday. I had a birthday recently.
Yeah,
it came out August 13th, which Friday 13th, and that came out. It was a lovely birthday, lovely surprise. Turned another year older, another hair grayer.
Yep.
And got some couple cool things. Had a good weekend. You were out of town.
Yeah, I got a couple things for you too, but I was at Monster Mania.
Monster Mania, right.
I was being handed my magazine from Phil as you were getting cool things too.
Awesome.
I met the guy in New Jersey that gave us the TV bricks.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, I still got to give Chris his TV brick. So now Halloween stuff's starting to happen, which is fun. I bought my tickets to Not Scary Farm. I bought my Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood tickets. Nice. I'm looking into Florida, because hopefully we're all still going to Florida. Yeah. I went to Spirit Halloween the other day. I did see they had 2 Halloween Kills masks. They didn't have anything else. It was pretty sparse as far as their selection, but I grabbed a couple things. I grabbed this Trick or Treat, the Vampire Kid mask, because I like this mask from the movie Trick or Treat.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then these, I know this isn't Trick or Treat Studios, and Zephyro doesn't like these, but I thought they were kind of fun. These they're doing some exclusive Killer Clown stuff, and they're hard plastic.
Oh, that's cool.
So they're almost like wall masks, which are kind of fun.
Yeah.
So I got that one, and I got which is nobody's ever done a mask of Spike. He's one of my favorites. I like Spike because he's sort of the punk rock clown.
Sure. Oh, that looks awesome.
Yeah, they're fun, cool. And they're inexpensive. They're $20.
Oh,
yeah.
Look at that. Spirit Halloween stepping up with their shit.
Yeah, they have a full-size animatronic killer clown of this character. They didn't have it on display, but I've seen video, and it could be tweaked, like, maybe put a Trick or Treat Studios mask over the head that's on it or something. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, that's fun. And I went to a concert last night, very last minute.
What show?
The Descendants. They opened for Rise Against. I literally got a call from my old singer in one of my bands and said, "Hey, you going to Descendants tonight?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he said, "They're playing right by your house, 5 Points Amphitheater." I'm like, "What?" I had no clue, didn't know anything about it. So I bought a cheap ticket like an hour before the show for like $16. Nice. And went and met up with him and his family, and we just chilled and watched the Descendants and left. I didn't even wait for Rise Against to come on. Nothing against Rise Against, they're just not my cup of tea. I've seen them before. I went to that same venue to see AFI, who opened for Rise Against. So all these bands I like keep opening for that band. So
they're doing it for you. It's just
they're just like, yeah. So yeah, that was a last minute. It's an outdoor venue, so I felt safe about doing that. Although there was some fucking annoying people in the crowd. I'm like,
no, really?
That's why I hate concerts. I'm sitting there, I'm watching the Descendants, and like these 6 like fucking bros walk up, and they're all like 20. They're all like semi jacked. The Descendants are playing, and one guy like 2 seats over from me is just like bagging on them whenever the singer that sends us singing. He's just going and he's doing it like the whole song, and he's just laughing and thinking he's funny. And I'm like, really, dude? You ain't got nothing fucking better to do. So frustrating.
That shit drives me crazy. That's why I kind of don't even go to shows anymore. It reminds me of that. Did you see that? Did we talk about this? The documentary, the Woodstock 99 documentary.
Yeah, we covered it.
It's that horse shit. I'm just like, man, just stay home.
Yeah.
Like, stay home.
And
or
then
don't say a fucking thing. Or go out into the lobby. Go out. This is a get off my lawn thing.
Yeah.
Go to the lobby and wait till the band that you don't like is over. And
exactly.
Then what is your deal? Like, you're ruining it for people.
I gave them enough dirty looks that I think they finally just said, "Oh, let's go get a beer," and they all got up and left.
I'm surprised they didn't try to bro down with you and kick your ass, bro.
No, what I started doing is I started singing the lyrics as loud as I could. So I was bothering the guy next to me probably, but he wasn't the one being a dick. It was the guy next to him. And so they leave, and then I'm like, great, thank God. Then there's this couple behind me. And it's this annoying girl just the whole time, the whole show. And then she was like, yeah, I'm just like, I constantly turn around, like yelling the lyrics. It's like, get a clue. I'm trying to listen. They don't fucking, nobody gives a fuck.
No. Rudeness. People are rude and disrespectful these days. That's all there is to it.
Yeah. Anyway. That's another reason why I hate to go see bands I like opening for other bands, because you get that headliner band's crowd who they're only there to see their band. They don't care. See, I respected them enough to leave right after the Descendants ended. You know what I mean?
Right.
But we got a letter. We got a handwritten letter here.
What? A handwritten letter?
Yeah, it says, "Dear Sean and Chris, could I please get some stickers? For my buddy and I, we watch the show every time there's a new episode. Love what you guys do. Chris, congrats on Fear Street. People seem to love it. Sean, thanks for always putting out awesome content, be it Horizontal Grounds or any other videos. I wish you great success this con season. Hope to see you guys at Phantasm. Beers on me, Mike Wolf."
Wow.
Mike Wolf will be buying us beers at Phantasm.
Oh, okay, Mike Wolf. We'll see about that.
Yeah.
We'll see about that, Mr. Wolf.
Yeah. We were kind of in a little minor get off my lawn segment there. Anything else you can think of? I've got a few.
No.
Oh, dude, I got lists.
Let's go. Hit it.
I've got lists.
Hit it.
Okay. All right. Visual aid.
Okay.
Something that's been driving me crazy for years.
Yeah, I'm with you.
That. Every time you try to plug it in, it does that.
Right.
How hard would it be, Apple, to make a thing where when this drops, it locks into position and maybe a little button on the side you push to collapse it? Right. Every time I try to plug it in, it does that.
Right.
Annoying. Thank you.
Right.
That's one.
Well, also too, look at the size of that thing and where that's placed. That's the other thing, is like, you can't plug anything else into that area but that. And that's an Apple thing. Apple has to be the only one it has to be by himself, and it doesn't play well with anybody else. That's my beef with Apple, is that they don't play well with anybody. They have to be their only one. It just doesn't. Fuck you.
Yeah, why couldn't you put these like towards the bottom so you can at least plug it in this way and plug something else in?
Right.
But no, we're Apple. We have to have the whole thing.
Yeah. And I'm willing to bet that thing doesn't need to be that big.
Probably not. Let's get off our lawn. Okay, what is the deal? What is
the deal?
What is the deal? Okay. No. With airport food workers. Any restaurant or convenience store or fast food place you go to in an airport, they are the lowest of the low, do not give a fuck employees on the planet. They're like,
although,
help you.
You're right.
What else you want?
Well, I would think if you're working in an airport like that, I mean, think about it. That's probably not very pleasant, and you're probably getting a lot of dickheads. But that being said, you're in the hospitality business. Yeah. You're supposed to be hospitable. So that being said, I will say, but remember when we were coming back from Chicago, there was that dude in wherever it was. We were in Chili's.
Oh yeah, Chili's. Yeah.
He was okay. He was okay.
They're not I mean, I'm saying 90% of them are bad.
Right.
I mean, I've gotten so many rude, just unbelievably rude airport food service workers.
Yeah.
Just,
Well, food service workers, period. What the one joint we were hanging out in Chicago at the hotel, I won't name names, but
those women at the bar.
Oh my gosh.
They were the worst.
They were the worst.
Yeah.
They did not give a shit. They were rude.
Yeah.
They were like, what do you want?
Yeah.
And you're going, well, but I'm supposed to, what?
Yeah.
Or they're flirting with you. The one girl's flirting with me. Hey, Trouble. She's calling me Trouble.
Right.
What's up, Trouble? I'm like, you know what? I'm 53 years old. The most trouble I get into is I fall asleep too early. I just want my burger. They had a good burger though.
That was a pretty good burger.
But anyway, go
ahead. This is more advice than a get off my lawn. For God's sakes, if you're a celebrity of any sort, don't ever in your life take a picture holding a t-shirt, because for the rest of your life, you're going to be in people's advertisements holding different bootleg shirts forever. I mean, I'm so tired of seeing the same picture of Paul Stanley holding a shirt, and it's like 1,000 different Kiss shirts people have photoshopped onto it. It's just, if you're a celebrity, never take a picture holding a shirt. That's just some advice.
They're meme makers.
Okay. Also, I have a question this is more for religious people, I guess. What is the deal
with Jesus?
No, no, it's like when you pray over a meal, okay? You pray over a meal before you eat it. Sure. But then you don't pray over the dessert. Now, I mean, isn't dessert sort of is it included?
Yeah,
it comes later. It's not already there. Usually you're praying over the meal that's there. They bring the dessert later. Shouldn't there be a separate prayer?
I think it's an all-encompassing. I don't think there's a statute of limitations when it comes to the timing of your meal. I think.
But what is there a time limit on that? Let's say you decide to have a snack an hour later. Do you need to pray over that, or is it still covered by
included in your? You got to ask somebody who's a these are
the questions
over food. Well, now you're going to get answers. Now we're going to get answers in the comment section.
I want answers. That's what I'm asking. I want
answers.
I want somebody to in Psalms 3.9 it says there's
no desserts.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
Also, what is the deal?
What's the deal,
dude? It's always at gas stations for some reason. Always at fucking gas stations on the ground, right by the trash cans. I mean, it's always right by the trash cans at the gas stations. People dump out their fucking sunflower seeds. It's like, people that maybe they have an ashtray full of, I don't know if there's even ashtrays anymore, but
Right.
It's always like, can't you just dump it into the trash can? Why do you have to fucking sunflower seeds all over the ground? A big pile of them.
Right.
And
Because they're going to sit there, their argument, they're going to go, well, it's biodegradable. You know, it's not, it's, you know, birds will come and eat them. It's, I'm feeding. It's the circle of life.
Yeah. Well, it's same with those people you see that just are eating them and throwing them out the window.
Yeah. It's disgusting.
Like, yeah. We recorded our episode yesterday. Look. See what I'm talking about? Guess what? That's a trash can right there. How hard is that?
Well, on that note, I get off my lawn for me that I've noticed lately is, are we back to littering now? Are we back to littering now? Like, remember there was a time where it was like, you don't litter. People, it's like common sense. It's like adults, mature adults who you just don't litter. You pick shit up. Like, I go out of my way. If I see something gross on the ground, I'll pick it up and throw it away if I can. But it's so out of control, especially you fucking guys with your big gulp cups or your McDonald's cups or whatever. I see them everywhere now. I was walking down the street. I was at base camp for this movie I'm working on. And I'm standing there on the phone, and we were in residential Pasadena. And I saw a guy walking up the street, had one of those big McDonald's things, took his last sip and just went, threw it on the ground, kept walking.
Oh, dude. And now if I saw that, I would have been, I would have went off on the guy.
Stop littering, everybody. Stop it.
I just, you know, what I would do in that situation, and I've done it before, is I would have yelled at him. No, and I would have just said, hey, man, keep America beautiful. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
Right.
That's what that's you know. I mean, I'll be when I'm sitting like a stoplight and I see somebody smoking in their car and you see them throw the cigarette out. I so badly want to jump out of my car, pick it up and go, oh, excuse me, you dropped this.
Right.
I'm sure you didn't mean to litter.
Right.
Because, I mean, that would be wrong.
Right.
Fucking hate people so much. Let's talk about.
Yet you're in the people business.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. I do. I hate them. Speaking of people.
Yes.
I've kind of come to notice, and I'm curious who you are in this world. There's 3 types of people in this world based on elevator etiquette.
Dicks, pussies, and assholes.
No.
Sorry.
But what I mean based on elevator etiquette, it's like, are you the type of person, if you see somebody coming, you hold the door for them? Or are you the type of person that when you see them coming, you kind of hide and pretend you didn't see them to let the door shut? Or do you stand there and watch them miss it? Like make eye contact with them as they're like,
with a grin on your face. You're like,
I kind of fall in the I pretend to try to help. I'll do the I see them coming, pretend I don't see them, and then and I'll be like, oh, and I'll reach for the door and let it go.
I'm of the fourth. Now, I just hold the door. I just open it.
You hold it, even if you're in a hurry and you're trying to get up.
I don't care.
You're a nice person.
I naturally just go, oh shit, and I open the door. And if it's just about closed and they're right there, I'll hit that button that makes it go back open again.
I won't do the button.
I do the button.
No, I make this decision on. I judge them before, because if it was
based on how they look.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, if it looked like those dudes that were sitting next to me at the concert, they would definitely not get the door open.
Oh yeah, no, dude bros don't get a pass. No, I'll close the door on a dude bro.
If I see somebody that looks like a nice or like an older person, or I'll hold it for sure.
Yeah.
But if it's somebody I'm like, this person's going to be annoying in the elevator, especially right now when you don't want a lot of people in the elevator because of COVID. You know, it's kind of like
sure, where people aren't being conscious of that these days, even though they're supposed to. It's like, but I'll stereotype. For the most part, I'll let anybody in. I won't let dude bros in.
Yeah.
Or no dude bros and no teenage girls.
Have you watched anything lately? Anything?
What have I watched lately? I watched The Hitman's Bodyguard's Wife.
Didn't you tell me about this?
No, just watched it
Somebody
last
had
night.
told me that they loved it.
Oh, it's awful.
Really?
It's awful. I don't understand how these movies get made, or while they're making them, someone's not going, fuck, we're fucking this up. Ryan Reynolds is good in it. Ryan Reynolds is always, I like Ryan Reynolds. I'm a fan. I think he's funny. He's really funny in this, particularly all this, like, he has all these little subtle things he says that they're not just these little off lines that he says are fucking great. A couple funny scenes, but for the most part, it's all over the place. You're like going, what is this about? Who's that? Where are we? It's like every 5 minutes, Rome, Greece, Washington. Well, you're there. It's all, and you're going, what? Who's that? Why is what? Like, you don't, it's so convoluted. I watched that. What else did I see? Oh, what?
I just went and I went to the premiere of Death Rider in the House of Vampires.
Oh,
the new Glenn Danzig movie.
How was that? That good, huh?
That was something.
That good.
That was something.
That good. I'm so happy you liked it so much. You don't even know where to begin. It was so good.
Dude, I don't know where to begin. I mean, it was, you know, it's funny. Veronica was so incredibly bad on every level.
Veronica. Oh.
His first film.
Gotcha.
And it was funny. You know, people were laughing at it.
Mm-hmm.
This time he had some good actors in it. So the performances weren't bad. It was all technical. It was all the camera moves and the editing and the lighting and the sound design. It was all awful. I mean, you know, there were scenes where it was kind of the thing where you would think somebody was getting ready to shoot a shot, and they're kind of setting it up and they're moving it a little bit and they're kind of zooming in and out. And while it's in the film, it's like during scenes, like you see it happening, and you're like, there's certain scenes that seem like they have no sound design. I mean, this is a finished version. This movie's done. I mean, where you see the background people going, but there's no background sound,
right?
And you see like a girl dancing, but there's no music, and you're like, what the fuck?
That's awesome.
It's and then the thing that got the most laughs is he'll hold on a character for an uncomfortably long time after they've said their lines, you know,
right.
And it'll just sit there, and it's just like, I mean, literally, I was looking around like, what the fuck, you know, like, and people are like uncomfortably laughing, like, what is going on?
Huh. It sounds like The Room.
The first one was kind of like The Room, but this one, you know, because he had some good actors in there, it wasn't as funny, you know. Devon Sawa's in there, Danny Trejo, Julian Sands, Fred Armisen has a small part in it.
Wow.
Yeah, he was there at the premiere too.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So anyway.
I watched American Werewolf in London because yesterday, as of this taping, was the 40th anniversary of that, which is just a masterpiece. That movie, I've seen it 2,000 times, but I still love it every time I see it. And it's such comfort food. It's so entertaining, so funny. And of course, you know, all the effects are fantastic. And Rick Baker's just was a genius that time and still is. And Griffin Dunn in that movie murders me. He's just so fucking funny.
He's so underrated. I mean,
underrated.
After Hours is one of my favorite films.
Yeah, me too. Love that movie. And he's just so great. He's just, you know, excuse me, but what's that star on the wall for? But watch him in the other angle right before he says that line. If you just watch him, he's waiting for everyone to finish and he's giving himself up to say it. And he's kind of, and then he said, that's like the best part. And there's all these great subtle things, you know, that he does. It's just fantastic. So.
That's enough.
That's enough.
Um, let's see. Have you heard about this Fletch remake they're talking about?
They've been talking about that for years.
But now they're saying maybe John Hamm might play Fletch, which I
Oh, really?
I can get behind that. I think.
I get that. It's Kevin Smith doesn't have anything to do with it, does he? Because he was going to do it.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness. What happened to Kevin Smith? It seemed like when he got skinny, he just got not funny.
No, it was before
gain weight
that.
again.
It was before that.
I want fat Kevin Smith back.
You know what? I'm thankful that he's alive and healthy. That's awesome. But I don't know. That was a while. It was before all that I was like, what? I'm not. I don't know. I don't want to get into that.
Yeah, I saw the Jay and Silent Bob reboot movie, and although it's got so many problems, there are a lot of really funny parts. Like, it was worth watching for some. There was some parts in there that were really funny. Mm-hmm. So Clerks 3.
Oh yeah, they're doing that, aren't they?
Yep, yeah, they are. Have you been watching the new season of Ted Lasso?
I've seen the first 2 episodes.
Okay.
I haven't gone beyond that. I haven't gone beyond that. Is it as good as the first season? Because I love the first season. It's so fucking good.
It's not as good as the first season. It's still very good, but the first season I think is fucking genius.
It's so good. So funny.
And there's a very bizarre episode 4, as they're on episode 4 right now. I don't think they've dropped 5 yet, but episode 4 is a Christmas episode.
That's what I heard.
Which kind of comes out of nowhere, and like you're doing a Christmas episode in August. What?
Kind of like that though. I kind of like it. I get
it. It's odd that it's bad timing for that episode. I think. I don't know. And
I watched White Lotus.
I've been hearing things. What do you think?
It's interesting show. It's at first I was like, where is this going? It takes a really long time. It's 6 episodes total. And it takes a really long time you're going, what are we? Get on with it.
Yeah.
But once you kind of get into the groove and the tone and the pace of the show, then you're like, oh, okay. It's a very slow groove. But
what's the premise?
There's some really good stuff in it. Oddly enough, I related to it a lot more having just gone to Hawaii for vacation. And the resort they shot it at was the one right next to the one I was at. So all the locations in the movie, I was there or in the show. So I'm like, oh, there's that. Oh, it's basically about a really high-end resort in Hawaii that's called, I believe it's called the White Lotus. And it's just about what is it? 3 or 4 groups of people coming for 1 week. The whole series takes place over the course of a week of these people's stay at the White Lotus and how they interact with the employees there and the natives of Hawaii. And it's a murder mystery, actually. You find out someone dies in the very first episode. You have to figure out who it is when you're watching the whole all the other things. It's one of these people. And it's really interesting because it goes into how people that go to Hawaii, how they treat the locals, how they treat employees, how they're so privileged and, entitled, and they want this and they want that. And they think that they're just there to cater to them. And there's these rich people that are just screwed up. And it's interesting. Steve Zahn's in it. He's great. Molly Shannon's, and she's good. It's a good, episode 5 is fantastic. But I recommend it. It's a good show. I liked it.
I know that guy, Mike White, I think he is the creator of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've always kind of liked his weird shit.
The music is really weird and very tension building. It's just every episode you're going, oh my God, what's going on? None of these people are likable. That's my only issue, except for one guy who's really likable. But and he's a guy that works at the hotel. But it's pretty good. I recommend.
Sonny Chiba died.
I know.
COVID. Apparently wouldn't get vaccinated.
Really? Get vaccinated, people. Come on. I'm not going to get into it, but come on.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I met him. I know you have too. I met him on Kill Bill.
oh yeah. Did you
Met him on-
have any time with him at all or talk?
I did. Hung out with him on set. He's a delightful man. Smart and really just a class guy. You know, just he's exactly what you want him to be, or at least he was when I was hanging out with him.
I just got to meet him. I just got to meet him briefly as a fan, at a convention. Got a photo, got an autograph.
Mhm.
But he was very nice, humble, gracious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Sad.
just, yeah.
There's the other thing I tried to watch.
What's that?
Blood Red Sky.
What's that?
Vampires on a Plane. It's a German film.
Good?
No, I didn't get through it. I turned it off about halfway through.
Oh, I did watch the Anthony Bourdain documentary.
Oh, how was that?
Very fascinating. I knew he was a interesting cat. I've heard the rumors that, a lot of people blame Asia Argento for, his basically driving him to suicide or whatever, for breaking his heart or whatever. And that's pretty much how they paint it,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I had no idea that was a thing.
Yeah. Well, they were dating there at the end and he was like head over heels in love with her. And then the press started doing stories on this younger guy she was seeing, and they had all these, paparazzi photos of them together and shit. And apparently that really just destroyed him.
That's too bad. A girl.
But anyway, it's definitely worth a watch. It's called Roadrunner.
Yeah. Do we have to change the name of our mailbag now that do we have to call it the Slashing Bag or the Slashing Mailbag or the I'm joking. We got to change the names of all our bits instead of Get Off My Lawn.
As part of our deal with Slash and Cast, I'm entitled to say. So this is the Thing with Two Heads mailbag, brought to you by Preparation H. Anyway, let's see. Halloween Daily News. Our good friend Matt over there said he's really excited for the Chucky series.
Hi, Matt.
The fact that it's set around Halloween and premiering in October makes it a Halloween TV event.
Oh,
Is
boy.
what Matt said.
Right. Okay. Thanks, Matt, for that.
Eric Ian said, it was so freaking cool that you mentioned My Bodyguard. I grew up a couple blocks away from where it was shot. That was a special film to me. I was bullied as a kid. I would watch it on repeat on VHS. It gave me the confidence to fight back. It's a special film, and considering the challenging times we're in, I think it's more relevant than ever. Great performances from Adam Baldwin, Chris Makepeace, and Matt Dillon. I agree.
It is a great movie. I was a bodyguard for kids in my school. Honestly, I was, because I was really huge for my size. I was this big when I was in elementary school.
You were 6'3" in elementary school?
I'm not shitting you. I was 6 foot tall. In sixth grade, I was 6 foot tall. Wore a size 11 shoe. I was freakish. But I used to help
freakish?
out. Huh?
Were freakish?
Well, but I used to help out kids that got picked on because I didn't like it. I don't like bullies. Don't be a bully.
Geek Room Life said, loved watching y'all. I literally was just watching Weeds and realized Chris was the safe installer on season 2.
Yes, that's right.
Crazy. I never noticed it.
That's right.
You were a safe installer on Weeds?
I was. I installed the safe in the kitchen island of the main girl. What's her name? I can't remember what her name is. She's the main girl of the show. And I installed a safe for her to keep her weed and money in her kitchen island. And headlines and everything. I remember that. Wow, I forgot I did that show. Yeah.
How did you get that gig? Was it?
I auditioned.
Oh, so it was during your phase where you were trying to be an actor.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Jordan Moran said, this looked awesome. Can't wait to see your work on Exorcist Christ. Is the script complete and do you have ideas already?
Are we talking about Exorcist?
That's what they're asking about.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have read the script. It's good. And yes, I have tons of ideas. Tons of ideas. That's what I'm in the process of filtering those ideas and bouncing them off David. So it's good. I liked it. I thought it was, I mean, look, you're going up against The Exorcist, one of the most legendary, beautiful pieces of cinema in the history of cinema. And it's daunting. And, a lot of people are going, shouldn't be touching it. Don't go near it. Brr. And others are kind of excited about it. It's going to be what it's going to be. But I'm excited to be working on it. I'm excited to be working on another legendary legacy, which I'm flattered, and another trilogy. This will be my third trilogy. And so, there's lots of ideas floating around. It's some really cool stuff. So, yeah.
Did you ever watch the Exorcist TV series?
I didn't. I hear good things about it.
It was really good. Season 1, particularly. Season 2 went into kind of a weird direction, but season 1, I think you'd be surprised. It was really good.
I'm going to check it out because I'd like to see what that's all about. Make sure I got all my bases covered.
Let's see. Matt Lucas said, this was another awesome episode. It was great to see you guys actually sitting side by side, finally. I was wondering what you guys think of the new Candyman trailer, if you've seen it. Also, Christopher's reactions to the beer tasting was hilarious, but I'm with him. Those beers could not have been good. Can't wait till episode 35, which you're watching right now, and all of the upcoming Horrors Hallowed Grounds. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
The Candyman trailer, I thought, looks pretty good.
Yeah, me too. I honestly, I'm not, and I know it's terrible to say, I'm not a huge fan of the original Candyman.
Racist.
I just got tested for COVID yesterday again at Universal because I have to get tested all the time, and the results just came in, and I'm curious to see if I have it or not. Anyway,
go ahead and look.
I'm sure I don't.
Go ahead and look.
Should I look?
While on camera, look.
All right, everybody. I'm going to look to see if I have COVID. I just got.
You know what? In these times where we're all these things are happening, and they're having a black Spider-Man and all this. They should have made Candyman white. That would have turned things on its ear.
Yeah.
And Jordan Peele do it.
Yeah.
That would have been interesting. But anyway.
Here we go. My results from yesterday's COVID test. There it is. Negative, everybody. There you go. I do not have COVID.
Well, I've always said I felt that you were very negative. So, Lee Griffith said, loved this. Will be great to see a couple more of this sort of format. Maybe even with you guys interviewing one of the guests at a convention too. I did struggle to hear what the audience questions were at times, but seeing Chris do his YouTube reaction face at every opportunity sure made up for it. Question for you both. Is there a book, short story which has then been made into a film, but you prefer the film version to the book? Mine would be Frank Darabont's take on Stephen King's The Mist. Thanks, guys, and glad to have you back with us. That's not that's the YouTube reaction video.
What was the question? I missed it.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. What was it? Say it again.
Basically, is there a film version of a book that you preferred the film version over the book?
Oh, interesting.
I'd go with The Shining for me.
The Shining. Yeah, for sure. That's a good one. Yeah.
TV version, Mick Garris version.
Yeah.
Actually, I do enjoy a lot of the Mick Garris version. There's things I really like about it, but obviously the Kubrick one is the timeless classic. I mean, imagine that. Look at the task poor Mick Garris had. I mean, that you want to say the Extras thing is tough. Shining, that's.
I know. Well, that goes to with Dr. Sleep as well. I wasn't crazy about the book, and I really did not like that movie. But that's an example of you're following up Kubrick's The Shining, and you got Doctor Sleep, and you're just going, I don't even. What is this? It's not even close.
I really liked the movie. I mean, I liked that it was so very different. I liked that they had the guts to do something completely different, and I felt like it worked. I don't know. If you haven't seen the director's cut, I highly recommend watching the director's cut. It's way better than the theatrical.
My biggest issue with that movie was that woman with the hipster hat, the hippie hipster woman. I was like, I cannot get serious about this. I just can't.
Okay.
Am I supposed to be afraid of her? Is it like she annoyed the fuck out of me? Like, it's like she reminded me of, like, when you walk into a store that your girlfriend wants to go buy some clothes at or look at some blouses, and you walk in and the person there that walks up constantly going, "Can I help you?" That's what she reminded me of the whole time. I'm like, no, you can't help me. Go away. And your hat's stupid.
Candace Janice said, so happy we were able to make it the day after this was filmed and meet both of you. It was nice to meet you as well.
It was, Candace. It was a pleasure to meet you and the fam.
Joe Soldezo said, this should be one of the best known podcasts out there. We live in a justiceless society.
Agreed.
Yep.
Well, maybe Slash and Cast can help us out with that now that we're in the network.
Paul, I always butcher his name. Hassenauer. Paul Hassenauer said, really awesome show. Love hearing about your love for Bourdain. Thing is my favorite all-time horror movie. Sorry your day was so shitty, Sean. It will get better. Yep, there's his tattoo. Love that you two speak from your mind and heart. Chris Fear Street work was amazing. Hope you don't puke from the beer. I do have a follow-up to the FedEx story.
Oh,
I'm still fighting with FedEx to get even a refund.
Wow.
Okay, so what you guys don't know is we recorded that on Friday. That Friday is the package was supposed to arrive on Thursday. They were telling us, okay, we're gonna have it to you by Saturday. There was a mechanical error on a plane, like it's stuck in Nashville, but your package will be there on Saturday. Now, this is how hard FedEx fucked me, because at that point, I could had they said your package isn't going to arrive because of this, I could have contacted my photo guy and had him overnight stuff on Friday to arrive Saturday, so Michael Pere had stuff to sell, right? But FedEx assured us it will be there on Saturday. So why pay all this money plus overnight shipping when the box is going to be there Saturday?
Right.
It didn't show up Saturday.
Oh.
Yeah. And so then, my assistant is leaving home Sunday night. They're saying it's now not going to arrive till Monday. Well, I tell FedEx, well, ship it back. There's not going to be anybody there to receive it. So I went into FedEx, told them on there, and they're just like, yeah, we don't do that here. You have to like call the 800 number and talk to the claims department, so I get that. So then I call the claims department, and I'm shit you not. This is not me being racist. This is literally we cannot do that. The package, it did arrive. And, I'm just like, what are you fucking, what? And this guy could barely speak English. So I just go, where can I fill out a claim thing? So I filled out the claim thing online. This is a great riveting story I can do. They don't give you enough characters to be able to tell what happened. You have a very limited amount of space that you can explain what happened.
Right.
You
guys suck.
Yeah. That's it. And they cost me thousands of dollars. They cost Michael Pere thousands of dollars.
Sure.
He didn't have the merchandise. So and I paid $189 for shipping, obviously, which that should obviously be refunded to me.
Right.
No question.
Sure.
Are they going to pay me the thousands of dollars I lost? That'll never happen.
No.
But at the least, I should get my refund. So I put in the claim. Yesterday, I get this in the mail from FedEx. Thank you for selecting FedEx as your shipping provider. Received your recent inquiry regarding the claim for your shipment reference above. After further investigation, we are unable to honor your claim. FedEx investigated the claim and confirmed that your shipment was delivered on 7/29/2021. That is the date it was supposed to arrive. It never got there. We were in correspondence with them. They were telling us it never got there, that they told us the excuses. This says it got there. You're not getting your money back. So I spent all day on the phone yesterday with people, talked to someone in claims who could speak English finally, who then was like, oh, well, the information I have here says this. We'll have to send it to our investigation department. Hold, please. Next thing I know, this lady's, can I help you? I'm like, oh, are you the, I didn't, she didn't tell me she was transferring me. I explained to her. She looks through her stuff and goes, oh, yeah, it did get stuck in Nashville, plane, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, these claim people are telling me my package arrived on time. And so now, well, we have to put those notes in there. Then I try to call back. Sorry, claims office is closed. You got to call back Monday. I'm still dealing with this just to get my $189 back.
Right. Yeah.
Dude, what they do to try to take advantage of the consumers.
Because they want you to give up. They just want you to eat it and give up. That happened to me on this movie that I just did in Atlanta. And the shop FedExed some stuff that was supposed to be there overnight that we had to shoot the following day, and it never showed up. It took like 2-3 days. And they kept saying, nope, it's there. I'm like, no, it's not. And it never showed it. It took like 3-4 days, which rearranged the entire schedule. We're talking millions of dollars shifted because this thing didn't show up, and they kept saying that it did. And like you said, you go through a whole claims thing and try to track it down, and they make it impossible. So you just give up. That's the whole point. So
yeah, it's so frustrating, man. So frustrating. Jason Fisher said, woohoo! The boys are back in town. Good to see the thing with two heads unleashed again. That's all he said.
Thanks, man.
Eddie Coulter said that was a blast, especially the beer tasting. V Rude Boy said, brilliant. Christopher and Sean, a live edition with audience. Craig Phillips said the next thumbnail should be Christopher's face when trying the beer.
Which is this face.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's see. Wes Senna said, dear Sean and Christopher, thanks for another great episode. I'm really glad I just so happened to be in the Chicago area visiting my nieces and was able to take the time to meet both of you last Sunday. I was actually originally going to be in Chicago in early July, but had to reschedule due to an obligation to take summer Spanish course. Probably didn't need to throw that part in. So I'm grateful everything wound up aligning as well as it did in the end. It was a lot of fun getting a one-on-one talking time with each of you at great length. Christopher in particular, I want to thank for the inside information regarding working on Batman Returns, my personal favorite of the Batman films, as well as discussing as well as discussing production design and practical sets, backgrounds versus green screen, CGI. Out of the guests I met that weekend, I think you two were easily the most engaging and fun to talk to. And again, I want to thank you both for your friendliness and hospitality. Hope to see you guys in person again really soon and chat much more. Take care, Wes. Now I feel bad for being rude about the Spanish thing.
That was a lovely letter.
That was nice.
Thank you, Wes.
That was very nice. Thank you.
I remember that conversation, and it was a fun conversation. And that's, that's a great letter. But that's one thing about Chicago that was really interesting. That was my first con in a long time. It was really great to meet people that watched the show. And there were so many. Like, I was really shocked. I was shocked how many people watched the show that were there and commented on it and came to see it and came to see us and had lovely conversations with people. You guys are all so friendly and we appreciate the support. But that was really cool. I'd say that was the highlight of the whole weekend, was finally meeting, putting faces to names and things like that.
Yeah.
It was just so great. And if Sean and I are at a convention anytime coming up soon, watch the show, come say hi. Come to the convention because it's really nice to meet you guys, and you're all so nice. So.
Graham Wright said, cool live audience episode. Wanted to ask Christopher if he is a fan of the original Planet of the Apes movie and what he thinks of the apes makeup design compared to the new ones, CGI.
I am a fan of the original Planet of the Apes movie. I'm not as into it as a lot of monster guys are, but I certainly respect it and appreciate it. It's super entertaining and awesome. I've seen it many times. Love those makeups. I think they're awesome. As for the newer ones, I think the CGI looks fantastic. I thought they did a great job with the newer ones, and I like the dark tones of them and stuff. I mean, again, I'm not that into apes as most people are, but I think it's great. I thought they did a great job. It was the way to go. It's the only way to go.
Yeah. Let's see. Matthew Schultz said, was amazing to meet you dudes at Flashback. My fiance and I think you two and Nick Castle were the highlights. Ooh. Can't wait to hear if you end up doing a Halloween 45 con in 2023. My fiance wants to also recommend a new book, Final Girl Support Group by Grady Hendrix, also in development at HBO as a series with Charlize Theron co-producing.
I've heard of that book. I hear it's good.
Yeah.
I just haven't read it. I'm in the middle of reading a book, which, by the way, I got for my birthday. Just a little side note. Look at that book.
Oh. Huh. I bet you. I wonder if Regis knows that's out. That's one of his all-time favorite movies.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm so thrilled. I haven't really started it yet, but I just got this and I'm super excited. I'm probably going to read it tonight too. But yeah, that's a good
Sawyer Smoke said, I vote for more in-person episodes. This was great. Chris looks more enthusiastic for this one than the usual Zoom episodes.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
So you look, you don't look so good right now. Our friend Boogeyman Ben
Boogeyman Ben coming round the bend.
The Boogeyman Ben. Boogeyman Ben. I love this. Thank you both so much for sharing this. I would love to meet you both. Please come to Sinister Creature Con in Sacramento, Roseville area. Too late. That already happened. We missed it. Daniel Caruso. You guys are awesome. I wish I was there. Fear Street was fantastic. I liked 94 and 78, but 1666 was my favorite. But all well done and fun to watch. Thanks for another great show.
Thank you. That's very nice. Thank you.
Kyle Paropat said, great episode as always. Will you guys do a similar episode at Phantasm in Orlando? Also, can't wait to see you guys there. Keep killing it. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to, we got Horror Hound Cincinnati coming up and we have Phantasm Orlando. I don't know if we're going to actually do episodes at the show. It's possible. Maybe we will.
Well, we'll at least film some stuff and maybe create a small episode,
Yeah.
of us at the conventions and doing our thing and hanging out.
We'll do something. 80 Gaming Channel said, I get so excited when you post, dude. Okay, I can watch this now and it's live. How awesome would a road tour be? I know far-fetched, but damn, that would be great. Yeah, we're not really ready to hit the road with this show yet.
A road tour? What would that entail?
Us going to bus stops and sitting down going, so what did you see this week, Chris? Yeah.
I don't know. That could be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, have you tried that jerky? The alien jerky?
But there's no more Stuckies. So you have to,
Eric Malson said, had a great time meeting you guys last weekend. Happy to get you both to sign my H18 mask. I remember that. Yeah, I was like, you want me to sign the mask? Okay, I'll do it.
I remember that.
Yeah, and I remember you were looking over going,
what the fuck you want him to sign it for?
Let's see. Count Dragula.
Woo!
Count Dragula said,
Dragula.
I'm still stoked I got to meet you guys at the con and get mask advice from Christopher. Thanks for all you do. Yeah. Brandon Patterson said, great stuff. I was hoping you'd upload this. That's all Brandon asked.
You're welcome, Brandon. Thanks, Brandon.
Reebcram said, "Hi, Sean. Any chance of having Kevin Yeager on the show? Been a fan since mid-'80s. Keep up the great work. Excited to see new HHG episodes. He'd be a good guest for sure.
He'd be a great guest. I love Kevin. Kevin's an awesome guy, and I think we could get him. I could reach out to him.
We still have a shit ton of guests we're supposed to bring on, but the problem is the reason we haven't had guests on lately is our schedules are so fucked that we're literally at the last second going, can you do it? Can I do it? Okay, let's do it. And trying to schedule a celebrity on top of it, it's really impossible right now.
It is, but we will get a guest on, and Kevin would be amazing. I'd love to have Kevin on.
Jason Underwood said it would be awesome meeting you guys. Excuse me. Let me try that again. Jason Underwood. It was awesome meeting you guys last weekend. Any special episode plans coming for spooky season or Kills release? Oh my God. So many plans. Jen Brown 74. That was just how I avoided that. But yeah, tons of plans. Will we execute them? Who knows?
Yeah.
Jen Brown 74. Ha ha ha. Poor Chris drinking the beers. This is great.
I'm glad that you people love to see me in misery.
Yeah.
I love that. I think it's great. Let's do more miserable.
Oh, let's do more of that.
Exactly.
Terry, you guys are like fireworks shows. A lot of fun to see, but over too soon.
Oh.
It was a quick episode. It was only an hour-long episode, that Chicago one.
Well, you're some people want your episodes to be shorter. Some people want them to be longer. It's like, I can't make everybody happy.
Bert Vetter said, haha, great episode. Those beers sounded yummy. Haha. Third Shift Max said, cameo / plug for my film production company at 3856. Thank you guys. Great live show. Shout out to the ridiculous light up hat I was wearing. Yeah, that was the guy with the hat.
That's right.
The dude's hat, it literally had like a.
It was a scrolling billboard.
Yeah.
It was a scrolling digital billboard hat.
Yeah,
which was pretty awesome, and good for you for having that. I saw him at that after party.
Yeah.
Remember the after party that they had, or was it, what's it called, a VIP party or something?
Yeah.
That was interesting.
It actually was better than I expected. It wasn't so well. I mean, it wasn't so. Those are usually awkward and just like it was. I don't know.
It was pretty awkward.
Was it? Okay, I don't know.
But in a great way.
I think what was awkward about it was the fact that it was so well lit. It didn't feel like a party. It felt like a weird, like kids party kind of vibe with a bar. Margaret Matter said, fantastic show. Hope you guys can do more live ones at cons. So much fun to watch in-person reaction. For the record, Fruity Pebbles waffles are better than Fruity Pebbles beer, hands down. And Sean, yeah, old should be watched on cable. There you go.
There you go.
The Everscathed.
Everscathed.
That's a pretty
Who
cool
we hung out with.
Yes, we did. That's a
Very
pretty
delightful
cool thumbnail. Dude, you're going to cut me? I've told him to read the Everscathed, bro.
All right.
I'm reading his words.
All right.
That's a pretty cool thumbnail you decided to use for the video. That's because he's in the thumbnail for the video. But oddly enough, I didn't, as much as you'd like to say, that's great, you used my thumbnail. There's a guy who's been creating thumbnails for me. He found that picture online and used it without, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And I was like stoked it was him. I'm like, that's great. But really, he's the guy to thank for that. I thought for sure it was just going to be a shot of Chris reacting, LOL. It was so much fun being able to attend your first live in-house taping together. It was even cooler getting to hang out and laugh with you guys throughout the weekend. Sorry you didn't dig the bitter beer I brought for you guys to try the second night, but I sure had a blast watching you guys squirm and cringe, then rip on me and shit and my shit beer. What a great convention. So looking forward next time we can do this. Hails and cheers, my friends. W. Frickenstein. The Everscathed. Or is it Frickenstein? It's Frickenstein. I always say Steen, but I think he corrects me. W. Frickenstein. The Everscathed, Chicago.
Yes, it was lovely hanging out with him. He's a lovely man.
Yeah. Jilly said, "Hey guys, I'm sort of a new listener here. I found your show thanks to Christian Hannah Horror. Back a couple months ago and have been on a binge watching ever since. I'm finally caught up and wanting to leave a comment. I've listened to a lot of podcasts over the years, and hands down, you guys are the best."
Woo!
I'm liking Jilly. You're both so knowledgeable, likable, chill, and I gotta mention, handsome.
Ooh.
Hey now. You got to do the stern hey now.
Hey now.
But I just wanted to show you some love and let you know how much of a fan I've become. I hope you do more live shows. I can't wait to catch one sometime. But prior to watching the show, I've always been a fan of Horror's Hallowed Grounds. Sean and Chris, I caught you on the We Watched a Movie channel before. Both of you together is an epic duo. Stay rad.
Oh,
That was
that's
nice.
awesome. That's a nice letter. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
John Beachy says hotel door handles should have a red light when to not be disturbed. I agree with that. There's a hotel in London that I always stay at when I go to London Film Comic Con. They have when you go in your room, they have a button, like a do not disturb button, and you put it and it turns a light on outside the room. Why not? It's so much easier than a stupid do not disturb handles that just fall off every time you shut the door. I hate those things. Upson Pratt Jr. said, "Dude, the stopping 30 feet behind the car in front of you at the red light has to end. Pisses me off more than anything on the road. Assholes do that in the right lane, and you can't get in the turn lane because 3 cars are taking up 70 goddamn feet of road." Boy, Upson Pratt Jr. is really passionate about that one.
Wow. You're pretty upset about that, dude.
He is angry about that.
Angry about that. I want to know what we're going to do in Cincinnati. I would like viewers or listeners out there to let me know what Cincinnati food we're supposed to have when we're there.
Oh, dude,
No?
don't even start. I can tell you what they're going to recommend, and it's garbage.
Okay.
They're going to recommend their chili, which is not chili. Cincinnati
Chili in Cincinnati?
Oh, it's not chili, though.
Why would
That's
you
the
do
thing.
that?
Because they think because for whatever reason in Ohio, they're very proud of their chili, which is disgusting. It's not chili. It's spaghetti with like a weird like meat sauce on it. It's not chili. It's not chili.
Right.
I'm sorry. So they'll tell you, oh, you got to go to, I think, Blue Ash and Skyline and all that. Dude, I've had it. It's garbage. It's garbage. They just opened this new brewery right across the street that has a restaurant that's supposed to be pretty amazing.
Well, lovely. Yeah. All right.
No. Let's see. Graham Wright said, "Malfunction, the best YouTube channel." Thank you. Christopher Bell said, "Nice one. Cheers, gents." Thank you.
Thank you.
Bobby Hall, I agree with Christopher that M. Night Shyamalan best movie is Unbreakable. I know most people would pick Sixth Sense, and I really like that movie too, but I'm just more drawn to Unbreakable for some reason. I find it more intriguing and interesting. I also love the score to that movie. I got to be honest with you. I never got Unbreakable. I just didn't do anything for me.
It's you have to kind of be into comics and comic lore.
And I'm not.
Or at least you used to. Like it's the quintessential comic origin story of a hero and a villain. It's really, really interesting. You just have to view it in a different way. That's all.
Mark B said, "Hey guys," or "Hey, what's up guys? Enjoyed the show." And I agree with you 100%, Sean. I cannot stand bike riders. When I approach them in my car, I think all it would take is like a slight 5 to 10 degrees to the right on the steering wheel and take them all out. It's okay to think that, right? Yes, it is. It's okay to think that. You have my permission to think that.
There you go.
Pliskin83 said, "They showed too much Halloween Kills trailer. People don't make any sense. How the hell do you know unless you've seen the film in its entirety? This is just complaining for its own sake." I've seen the film. They showed too much.
I disagree. So.
Here's the thing. I still think they showed too much. I mean, it's not everything, that's for sure. There's still plenty of great shit in there that you haven't seen. But I do think that they showed a little too much in the trailer. I would have liked to. I think I still stand by my the opening with the fireman thing. I don't think they should have shown as much. I think it would have been better to see it all.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, but I'm
No.
also of the notion like, who cares? You're gonna go see it anyway. Who gives a shit? Then don't watch the trailer. I don't know. Who cares?
Amber Bailey said zombies are just overplayed, period. No more zombie shows or movies for the next 20 years at least, please. Speaking of which, as of taping, this is Sunday the 20, what is it? The 22nd. Sunday the 22nd. Tonight is the premiere of the final season of Walking Dead, episode 1 of the final season. So there's that. Melted7 said, are you guys going to any California horror cons like Monsterpalooza and such if they are not canceled? I believe we'll both be at Monsterpalooza, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we will both be at Monster. We won't need, I don't think either of us are technically guests. We're just both going to be there. I'll be there. We'll both be there working in some capacity.
Yes, we'll be there. I'll be there. Also, that convention is so busy. And so because it's local, I tend not to want to do anything at those conventions, but walk around because I can't. I mean, the last time I went to it, I had to leave about an hour and a half into it because I couldn't enjoy it. Like it was too, I'm either running into somebody that I know really well and work with, or I'm running into somebody who wants shit signed and stuff. And it's so overwhelming that I can't look at anything.
That's
So
that's the biggest problem with that convention for me is every 5 feet you're bumping into somebody you know, and they're like, "Dude, what's up? How you been?" And then you're stuck there for 15 minutes having a conversation, and you never seem to get anywhere. You never seem to. It's like that's why I really enjoy getting there early before the show opens and going around and seeing everything, because I don't really ever have a chance to really do it. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Melted7 said he hopes to see us there and that the Woodstock documentary sucked. And here's our last one. This was my favorite one. Savage1 said, you two are incredibly dull. Hashtag nobodies. And now this is coming from a guy that has 14 subscribers to his channel.
Right.
So,
right.
Maybe you're the dull one. Just saying. You know. Anyway,
I'm not gonna get into you know, how many subscribers he has or if he's dull or anything. All I'll say is then don't watch, man. Why? Then don't watch. And why are you even commenting? Like, why even make that comment? Like, think about it.
I love it.
Think about it. You could watch it and go, oh, these guys are dull. I'm out of it. And that's it. You're done. You've moved on with your life. There's no hurt. There's no nothing. But you had to go out of your way to make sure that we know that you think that we're dull.
And hashtag nobodies.
Hashtag nobody.
My response.
You're right, man. I'm a nobody, man.
My response was, thank you. We've put a lot of work into perfecting it. Also, I guess being an Academy Award winner isn't what it used to be. I'll tell Chris to step it up a little, and maybe someday he'll be somebody.
Exactly.
As for me, yeah, you nailed it. So, anyway, you know, I just love that shit. It made a fun ending to this episode, I think.
Oh, totally. No, hey, look, I mean, you got to take the good, you got to take the bad with the good, man. And that's all good. I'm surprised we don't have more bad stuff.
Yeah.
But that's okay. You know, hey, man, I still wish you well. Good luck with your subscription. And
go over and subscribe to Savage1.
Yeah, go over there.
Got 14 subscribers. Maybe that's why he's so
Give
bitter.
him some love. Give him some love. Go over to Savage1. Give him some love. Subscribe to him. Watch his shit or whatever. Send him a message. Give him some love. The guy needs a little love.
Yeah, he needs a hug. He needs a hug.
Give him some love, man.
Yeah. So anyway, I think that's pretty much it for this week. We
did it.
We did it. We didn't have a whole lot. We didn't really have topics this week. Just kind of bullshitted as normal. But you know, we probably should start thinking about topics and
we should. Absolutely.
I don't know if you guys have any suggestions for topics. Throw some suggestions at us. We can we can dedicate a show to something.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Yeah. Throw some ideas out. Let us know what you guys want us to talk about or do, or what, react to. Are we doing that yet? Are we reacting to shit? I had an idea we should watch shitty old 80s music videos and just
Like,
comment on them.
yeah.
It'd be so fun. I don't know why.
Okay.
And we'll start off with like horror themed ones, like a Dokken one, and like the Nightmare, Elm Street thing, or Alice Cooper's or something like that. Yeah.
Speaking of Dokken,
yeah.
Have you been seeing? I guess you probably haven't. I follow a lot of like Metal Injection and Blabbermouth and stuff, and there's been a lot of videos surfacing recently of Dokken, and just like Don Dokken just can't sing anymore. I mean, it's like it's sad. It's like really needs to hang it up. Like I understand the catch-22 of, to be in a band like that now, the only way you can make money is to perform and sell merch.
Right.
And if you aren't performing, you're not getting that money. And because the streaming thing has, killed so many of these bands, there's no new music and all that stuff. But he just, it's almost like, it's sad. Like he can't sing anymore. And,
well, there are those that would say he never could. So
well, he could at one point. I mean, he actually had a pretty good voice at one point, but yeah, he needs. Unfortunately, as sad as it is, I mean, he needs the
time to hang it up, man. Sign up with Sean Clark and start doing conventions.
He'd actually do pretty good.
He would do really well.
Yeah.
He would do really well, and it's not performing money. Maybe it is.
Look at CJ Graham doing all those photos with Alice Cooper at shows. He could be doing pictures with Robert Englund at shows.
Exactly, making bank. Well, the other thing, going to the singing thing, have you been watching those Vince Neil ones where good?
I don't know if I told you. I had that ultimate VIP package for the crew, their big stadium tour, like meet and greet, front row, got signed guitars and all kinds of shit. And it was ridiculous. It was like 15 grand or something. I don't even remember how much it was.
Jeez.
Yeah, between, for me and Nay. And, but you also got, there was a Joan Jett, Poison, and Def Leppard. You get front row for them too. So it's pretty cool. And I just thought, what the fuck, let's do it. And then it got postponed because of COVID to 2021. And then it got postponed again to 2022.
Oh.
And they sent me a thing with the option to cancel and get a full refund. And I saw that video of Fat Vince out there not being able to sing and just like says, I can't do it, and walked off. I hit that refund button.
Good for you.
Yeah, I'm not going.
Good for you.
I saw them, which was supposed to be their last performance ever, New Year's Eve at Staples Center. I'm sticking with that memory.
Yeah. Don't chase that dragon. Just let it go.
No. I'd end up chasing it all the way to the Dairy Queen if I'm chasing Vince.
Boom.
Yeah, no, that was pretty sad. I had a couple other notes here of things that are just random. I've kind of gone on an Elon Musk rabbit hole lately. Mm-hmm. He's a fascinating dude. Yeah. Do you know anything about? Have you looked into him?
Not a whole lot. No.
I always kind of I hear about him and I hear the things about him, and I just think this guy sounds like just a rich douche.
Yeah.
But he's a fucking intelligent, strange dude that like and seeing him on SNL really kind of, I thought he was great on SNL. He was funny as fuck. He's super awkward. He's almost like an alien. Have you ever heard him talk? He's almost, he has these strange mannerisms that are so foreign to anything I've seen. His accent is like bizarre. Like, I don't know. And what really, he's been on Joe Rogan's show a few times. And I watched, I think the first time he came on, if you can look that up, watch Joe Rogan's interview with him the first time he had him on. Fascinating. The stuff this guy said, he's so crazy smart. It's scary. It's almost like he's another being.
Wow.
It's weird.
Now you've piqued my curiosity. I'll check it out for sure.
Yeah, really interested in him. And my last thing is, it's too late for this year, but I'm gonna send out the plea to the Halloween Horror Nights people at Universal. You know, you doing all these great licenses and haunted house, and you're hitting some obscure stuff. The one we need, the Fun House. Universal owns the Fun House. Recreate the Fun House.
Yeah,
how
that'd be
amazing
awesome.
would that be?
That'd be so good.
Recreate it.
Good. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I mean, yes, I'd be the first guy in line in that one. I mean, the first guy before anything else. That's the one I would go.
I know obviously they couldn't do the carts because of how they cattle people through there. There's no way they
right. I think it's, people that oddly enough, unless you're in the world that we live in, really, people don't know that movie that well.
But it don't matter. Because look, they come up with their own characters like that Jack clown guy and stuff. They do their own mazes.
Right.
Do the Fun House. People don't even need to know it was a movie.
Right. Yeah,
it would still be awesome.
Yeah. That's a good one. It's a great idea.
So oh God, as much as I would love them to actually recreate it perfectly with the buggies and everything.
Yeah.
Have him in the fucking Frankenstein thing, push you, and I would pay so much money to do that.
Yeah, I would too. Be amazing.
But it'll never happen. But maybe they do a walkthrough.
Maybe.
I don't know. But
all right.
Anyway, thank you guys. It's a pleasure to be a part of the Slash and Cast network.
It is.
And I hope it opens us up to a different audience. If it's your first time seeing us, I hope you enjoyed listening to two guys talk about nothing, really. And
let us know what you guys want us to talk about. If you have topics or anything like that, you have some, ideas. You don't just have to write in and say, hey, thank you. You can write in and say, hey, I'd love to hear you guys' opinion on this or talk about that. Give us topics. That's why we're here, man. To hang out with you guys and to talk. So Slash and Cast people out there, step up and let us know what you guys want to talk about, and we'll do it.
Put them here in the comments. In the comment section of this video, we will go through those, and the next episode we'll read from there. Also, if you guys want any free stickers, right here, boom, this is the address. Send it to self-addressed stamped envelope with at least $2 return postage for if you want an 8x10. If you want a signed 8x10 by us, we're more than happy to send you one of those as well. Just make sure it's in an envelope big enough and not a padded envelope. It can't be a bubble wrap pad. It has to be a regular envelope. So yeah, we'll send you some free goodies, and we look forward to seeing you guys at Horror Hound Weekend in Cincinnati. That's coming up next month. Then Phantasm in Orlando.
Early October.
And then right after that, Son of Monsterpalooza in Burbank. So we'll be at all three of those. So come on out, and we'll see you guys there.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Okay, that was a real boring ending.
That was good. Fucking stupid. Fucking.
Back in.